I'd like to call the public hearing, May 7th, 2014, to order. Would you please stand to salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this hearing was given by publication in the Beacon newspaper on May 1st, 2014, and by posting the notice in the Forked River and Lenoka Harbor post offices, the Ocean County Library, Lacey Branch, and by filing a copy with the Lacey Township Clerk as required by the Open Public Meetings Law. I'd like to welcome everyone here to our public hearing on the budget, proposed budget. There are some highlights to this budget. One including a very important initiative at the high school, block scheduling. And we're always talking about increasing our academics and increasing our scores, and this is one tool that will help to build that. We also have in there the middle and high school STEM expansion. We have additional teachers to support the Mill Pond initiatives. We have a new ice hockey team. We have the gifted and talented arts in residence opportunities that will be coming up for our high school students, and an expansion of our students with autism going from the middle school to the high school. So they are the highlights of our budget. We had a presentation at our last board meeting, so I'm going to open up the floor to public comment if anyone would like to speak. Mr. Moss, please come up and state your name and address for the record.
Bill Moss, Biscayne Drive, Forked River Beach. Just a question, something I don't understand. Looking at your pink sheet, it shows the taxes to be raised at, for the general fund at $41,393. And I know that's like $182,000 increase from last year, but on the next page it says local tax levy is $41,878 on the back page of the first copy.
The, what you're looking at is what the board approved to send to the county office. Did you say pink page? You mean the blue page?
Second page, this one.
Okay. The revised, those are the revised numbers that the board is gonna vote on tonight.
These.
No, the blue page. It's lower than what's in that.
Okay.
It's lower.
So it's revised, why do we have these if these are revised?
Because that's what was in the newspaper, that's what was voted on, that was sent to the county office.
Right.
I can't change that until this board votes on the new number, and then that'll change. And then when I do change it, then it'll be an approved, when I have to send it to the county office again for their approval again after tonight's meeting.
Okay, that's all I need. I just was curious. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll move on to board comments. Mr. Carney, can I start with you tonight?
Certainly, Mrs. President Downey. I think this is a fair and balanced budget. It takes into consideration the needs of the community, yet affords us the ability to add some new programs, with the highlight being the block scheduling to the high school, which eventually will affect every student in this district. We're also going to add some new staff to the up-and-coming year. I think bringing this budget in well under the 2% cap is a commendable job. And I want to congratulate Dr. Brower, Dr. Clark, Jim Savage, and his staff for an outstanding job. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Warnock?
Thank you, Mrs. Downing. I too would like to thank the administration for all the work that went into this budget, in particular into keeping the budget at a number that's well below the cap ceiling. Once again, I gave a lengthy discussion back at the November meeting on how our tax levy has gone over the last 7 years, and I won't do that again, but just quickly, if you include this year's budget, assuming this is the budget that we pass, the increase over the last 7 years averages out to 1.88% per year, which is under the 2% cap, and I think that's pretty good, especially considering that we didn't even have a 2% cap in the early years. And you listen to some of the things we've done over the last few years, full-day kindergarten, block scheduling, adding co-curricular programs, et cetera. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find many districts in the state that can say that. So I just wanted to update my data from November and thank everyone for their hard work putting this together. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. McAvoy?
I'm excited about the new block scheduling. Mr. Hanshu did a wonderful job last time and sold us, I think, on the idea of block scheduling. Good luck to the new ice hockey. They're very passionate about that, and that's exciting to bring that in. And I think this is a fair budget for the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Shoemaker?
Thank you, Mrs. Downing. President Downing, excuse me.
It's okay.
Yes, first and most importantly, as far as the amount of effort and work that goes into putting together a school budget, I want to thank everyone involved, the administration, teachers. It's more than just the board. I just want to make sure that's evident to everyone that puts together this budget, and the administration, everyone. It's a lot of work. President Downing and some of the other board members did point out some of the highlights of the budget. I am certainly glad to see that our students are going to benefit from some of the initiatives. However, for me, the low light is that we're looking at, in addition to a 7.5-cent tax increase that was authorized last year, an additional 3.5-cent tax increase on the school tax levy this year. So I am concerned about that. We've had a lot of pride here in the district on being very good with how we handle our funding, and I think the last 2 years show a trend that I'm not really comfortable with. Thank you.
Mr. Giordano?
Thank you, President Downing. I believe that this staff, this administration has done a tremendous job to keep this budget below the cap. And if you look at some of the programs that we're going to be adding with block scheduling, some of the other student enrichment programs, STEM programs, I think we've done a great job. You know, as Mr. Shoemaker said and as others have mentioned, it's not an easy task to balance this budget. There's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of work that starts at the teacher level, at the administration level, and then the other administrators that are involved. So I think we've done a great job. I think it's a budget that's palatable for the community, provides great opportunity for our students, and I'm happy with the decision that we've made.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vice President Torella?
Thank you. First of all, I would like to, again, reiterate how much work goes into this budget and thank all the staff. Thank the superintendent's staff, along with Mr. Savage's staff in the business office. You only get to see us up here, but there's many people working behind the scenes, including the building principals, who helped to build this budget. So really, it's a staff of many that put this together. As you see from the initial proposal, we were able to cut from the budget. The initial proposal we rolled out to the community. We worked as a board, we worked in the school district as a whole to bring it down and even got it under, just to correct, actually, the increase is under 3.5 cents. So it's 3.42 cents is the increase. And over the last 8 years, the increase has only been 2.59 cents. Of course, nobody likes to see any increase. As you've heard me talk before, all of our households suffer from increases. I noticed that gas prices went up again. So it's a tremendous job that our school administration and their staff has done to figure out, with rising costs, everything has increased. There has not been a single decrease in any expense to our district, be that paper, gas, anything, to run our buses, anything. There has been no decrease. But they have figured out a way to bring quality programs to our students. It's very exciting that we're able to bring a sport to our community, and the administration did the work to find out, was there a need? Was there an interest? In any way we can keep our students involved in the high school in a positive direction is a positive thing. I'm also extremely excited about what we're able to do for our students who need special help in the special education area, and we're able to add a teacher to the high school for our autistic population, and in that way keep our students who belong in our community and not send them out. So these are all tremendous strides that our administration's been able to make by whittling away other areas in our budget and not significantly increasing taxes. The STEM is amazing. Not only are we going to have the STEM program in the high school, but in 7th and 8th grade. What a great opportunity for our students. And the continuing of the online learning, that has been very impressive, and all the other programs that have helped to move our district forward. So I thank this board and the board members that worked very hard on this budget, along with our whole school community. And I thank all the public that has been willing to comment and took the time to read the presentation online. Dr. Brower has painstakingly put information out there so that everybody can understand exactly where every penny is going. And again, I thank everybody for their participation in this budget, and I support the budget wholeheartedly. Thank you, President Downing.
Thank you, Ms. Terrell. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to the administration, the staff, for all your hard work, your time, your effort in bringing the needs of your students to us. And thank you to Mr. Savage for always, he's amazing working with these numbers. You know, we want the world, but we have to ask him to bring it down to where we need it. So thank you. And Dr. Brower and Dr. Clark for all your time and effort as well. This budget, I believe, is a fair budget as well. It's well under the 2% cap. And what's most important, students come first in this budget, and that's what's important. So at this time, I'd like to have a motion, please, to adopt the 2014-2015 budget as indicated on the bottom of our agenda.
I move.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Mrs. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mr. Marnak.
Yes.
Mr. Schubiger.
No?
Mr. Carney.
Yes.
Mrs. Terrell.
Yes.
Mrs. Downing.
Yes. Motion carried. Thank you. And Mr. Savage, Dr. Brower, any comments you want to make?
I would like to thank the board for their support. Just to echo what the board members have said tonight, this is an important budget, again, not an easy one for us to develop. But to use your words, President Downing, this is a students first budget, and every decision that we made was in what we felt in the best interest of the students. Expansion of programs and maintaining our best programs. We're also excited about the professional development opportunities that will be afforded for our teachers and our administrators as well. So I thank you for your support, and I too know that the decisions are not easy at your level. And on behalf of the students and the staff in the district, I thank you.
Oh, thank you. At that, could I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.